Welcome back. I was going to originally take a day or two off just to kind of scout out possible trades and what I want to do with the team, but I found exactly what I want to do. Now, the thing is Rutherland. He doesn't simulate well, and on one hand, I wanted to give him one more chance, but on the other hand, we've gave him 3 seasons, and he hasn't done anything. We need to trade him. Now, in the league, there's only 2 players that have a 95 overall, McDavid and Tavares. Now, there is, I looked around the whole league, I think there's a total of 6 players who have a 93 overall, and one of them is who I'm going to trade for, so potentially we're getting the 3rd best player in the league. I'm going to go after Jack Eichel. Now, 93 overall. I was going to go after Reinhardt a couple seasons ago, actually, but I ended up not going after him. This time, I'm going to attempt to get Jack Eichel. 93 overall. Those stats are absolutely beastly. 5-star defense. Everything's 5, except for physical, which is 4.5. An absolute stud of a player. Now, his contract is pretty hefty. 4 years at 11.4. I'm going to try and get them to retain salary, but if we're going to get debatably the 3rd best guy in the league, I mean, we have to pay him, right? Now, point production wise, he hasn't done the best. Only 70 games, but he's got 75 points, 40, 60. He got 70 and another 70. So he has put up close to point a game, but keep in mind, he only really has Reinhardt. There's really nobody else on Buffalo, and they are actually a rebuilding team. That's one of the reasons I feel confident in making this trade. I don't know how. He's 28 years of age, and they're still a rebuilding team. So they got to do something, and we're giving him a younger player, an 89 overall, potentially could get better in Buffalo, not working out with us, a better contract for sure, but we're giving him a younger player who's also a top-line center. Now, right off the bat, it won't go through because of salary cap. Now, we can give away, let me go to overall. Who is a Comfort? We can give them Comfort. Now, he doesn't have much trade value, but he still has a bit, and they do want him. And he does have, 1 year left. Not great, but we're also giving him a bit of salary cap. Still won't go through. We'd have to give up somebody else. Damn, I don't know who I would want to give up here. We got Comfort. Who else could I give up? Let me sort by money-wise. Who could we give up? I could give them Sutter. Now, he is 36. I just don't feel confident giving them anybody else. I could give him Smith-Pelly, actually. I could give him Smith-Pelly, but we're going to save more money by giving them Sutter. So I'm going to attempt to give him Sutter. If they don't want him, I can offer him somebody they do want. Will that go? Okay, now it'll go through. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him. We couldn't get Reinhardt, so I don't know what it's going to take. If necessary, I will give up Colorado's first-round pick upcoming. Even if it's going to be a top 2, top 3 pick, I think it's worth it to get Jack Eichel. He's basically, we can't get anybody better than him in the draft. So I would feel comfortable giving that up. I'm going to offer this trade how it is. Do they want any goalies I could give up? No. Any players? Any prospects? Perhaps I could give up. Sundqvist? No, I want to keep the defenseman at least for now. An OFA. I could give him Olette. I'll give him a top 6 defenseman as well. I'm going to offer this deal. I have no idea if it's going to go through. Actually, yeah, I wanted to retain salary. I don't know how much I should ask for. I'd like to go to around 20%. How much? So even that, they're only keeping around $2 million. What if I could get him to retain 25% of his salary? It's not a whole lot, but an extra almost $3 million, I would take that. I'm going to offer the deal. Isn't sufficient at all. Okay. They didn't say anything about the salary retained. Maybe that means they're open to doing that. I will give him my first-round pick from next season. If that doesn't go through, I will give him Colorado's pick. I don't even know if that'll go through with Colorado's, but Olette, our pick, Sutter, Comfort, and Rutherland for Eichel. Will it go through? Trade rejected. Yeah, the salary. Damn. Okay, let me put it down to 20, perhaps. 2.250. It's not a lot, but again, I'd like him to retain at least a little bit. We would get him under 10 million, which would be nice. I'm going to offer this deal, trade rejected. Still not okay. I'm going to offer them Colorado's pick. That's a lot to give up, I know. Do they have anybody we could get back? We do need some depth forwards. Do they have any fourth liners we could pick up? They got Grandland, Guggenson. What's he looking like? Okay, he's actually quite decent. What's his salary? Oh wow, under 2 million for him. Hey, I'll attempt to get him as well. I'm not gonna ask him to retain any salary, but I'm gonna ask to get Guggenson in exchange for Colorado's pick. A lot more trade value than our pick. Will that go through? Trade accepted. We got it. We got Jack Eichel. Oh my God, that was kind of easier than I thought. I was about to say maybe I have to take out the top 6 defensemen for another first round pick, but we got Jack Eichel. Holy shit! Okay, wow. So this is what the team is looking like now. We've still got to get a backup, but we got Demko, defensemen. We got Yolovy Hamilton, Tanev Gudbranson, Tramkin Wingles. I feel confident with that lineup. I'm going to keep it for now. Wingles actually has quite a bit of trade value. Maybe I could swap him for another top 6 defenseman and get another piece back. I don't know. I'm not going to make that trade yet. Let me know if I should make that swap or not. But right now we got 6 defensemen, an elite goalie, and we've got Eichel, Hosang, and Forsberg, Ballard, Ehlers, and Horvat, Aho, Pajot, Lazar, and then we got, I guess, Smith Pelly, and 2 blanks. How much cap space do we have? I hope it's enough. Let me go to free agent. We only have 2.8 to give away. Jonathan Toews, who I was hoping to get, wants 3.6. Doesn't look like we're going to get him. That is too bad. Now, let me show you one other player I did take a look at. I forget what his salary is, but from Washington. Washington has Wilson, 31 years of age, 2.8 million, but it's only on a 1-year deal. Statistically, pretty good, except for that discipline. That's the only thing I don't like about him. Let me take a look at his penalty minutes. Yeah, he is a penalty taker, but if we put him on the 4th line, kind of shielding him from a bit of ice time, I think he would do okay. And, 19 goals, 18, 15, he can put up some points, he can get us some goals. So, I'd like to get a grinder as well. I'd like to add a bit of grit to the team. I'm going to attempt to get him as well. Now, we have a few guys to trade away. We have Cole Lothurov. Now, he is 83. He is a serviceable player, but defensively, he's just not there. And guys on the bottom 6, I need them to have defense, so I'd be willing to give them that. I don't know how the game interprets RFAs, because we haven't signed him. We just tendered him a qualifying offer. I don't know how they're going to accept that, or if they're going to. And we also have Keating, another 82, but defense is terrible. I'm going to also offer them that. And I'd like for them to retain salary, if possible. I'd like to get somebody in free agency. I'm going to ask if they can retain 50%. Let me see if they're going to do it. Trade rejected. So they don't want to retain the salary. I understand. What if I go down to 25%? It's only about 700,000, but again, if I can get them to retain, that would be awesome. Trade rejected, still not willing. I'm going to go down to 20. I'll go down to like 15. Just to retain a little bit. Trade rejected, okay. So I'll bring on his full contract. What do I want to give up, though? Maybe a pick? They're a contending team, but they won a Stanley Cup. You gotta keep on improving. They're getting 2 guys. I'll offer in a 3rd round pick as well. No, just retain 20. Can you retain 20%? Trade accepted. Perfect. I didn't think that would go through. I thought I might have to give up more, but we got Wilson now. Perfect. How many forwards do we have now, though? Do we have 12? Now, I'm okay if we have one AHL guy. That's the price you sometimes have to pay to get a 93 overall guy. If we're top heavy, that's okay. We got 1, 2, 3 on the top line, 4, 5, 6 on, so that's the top 6, and then Aho, Pajot, Lazar, Wilson, Gurgensen, Smith-Pelly. We have 12 forwards with still actually 1.5 million remaining. Do I want to get Jonathan Toews? So we got Horvat, who's got what's his face-off rating? 87. Eichel is at a 88. Pajot is at a 82. He's a second liner. Wow, he's been amazing. So he can play center. And then what about Gurgensen? He's got 81. We really don't need to get Jonathan Toews. I'm gonna keep Smith-Pelly. I do like Smith-Pelly. He is a bit younger than Toews as well. I'd hate to get Toews only for him to drop off. Now, what is his stats again? They're kind of down right. Yeah, he's really. Wow, yeah. We could definitely do better. How much? So 2.6. We could probably get Toews, but again, he's 37 years of age. Well, let me check if there's anybody a bit younger that we could potentially go after. What's his potential? It's top 9. That's risky. That is very risky going after Jonathan Toews. Who else is here? Let me just go to forwards. Let me take a look at who is here. So, anybody below Kyle Turris. So, Yankrok, no, I'm looking for a defensive-minded guy. Toews, yeah, he's looking like the best option. He really is. Bertuzzi, but we already have one guy with bad discipline in Tom Wilson. I don't want to get another. Backlund, oh, look at him. He's actually quite well-rounded. 36, he is younger than Toews. By only 1 year, though, but he wants a lot more money. Okay, let me go down. Anybody else with good defense? Killorn, he's a depth forward, though. His stats are decent, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Anybody else? It looks like it's Jonathan Toews. And he wants a reasonable amount of money, too. Where is he? Let me go up here. Toews, yeah, 3.6. We could probably get that. We got 1.5 right now. Yeah, we could definitely get that. Let me try and get Jonathan Toews on the team as well. So let me go down here to Smith-Pelly. What if we traded him to Washington? Should I trade him to Washington as well? Now, obviously, we got Wilson, but there's still a contending team. Do I really want to keep trading with somebody who we might run into again? I don't know if that's the best option. Anybody else from the East that wants him? Toronto, they're a contender. I will give them Smith-Pelly. I don't need anything but a draft pick back. That's all I need back. Can I get a 3rd round pick for him, perhaps? That would be great. And we can. So a 3rd round pick for Smith-Pelly. I didn't do the math. I'm praying that we have enough. We only have 2.8? What? Ah, shit. So we can't get Jonathan Toews. That is okay. Well, let me see who else we can get. Damn, that's a mistake on my part. I definitely thought we'd have enough money, though. You know what? That's weird. I thought we would definitely have enough by trading away Smith-Pelly. Let me just, player morale. We got a few meetings. I definitely want to meet with Jack Eichel. We got a team meeting, too, apparently, demanding... So far, Jack Eichel doesn't like, demanding. That would suck if he didn't like it. Pajot, tough pill to swallow. I'm gonna go calming. Okay, he responded favorably. It's always a hassle, but I'll rebound. That's good. I'm gonna go motivating. Themes. Oh, so he did like that. Oh, perfect. And then Gurgensen, I'm gonna go motivating again. And he didn't like it. Shit. Okay, but at least a Jack Eichel liked it. And so far, he doesn't have a presence. I didn't expect him to have a presence right away. Maybe he'll get there. Let me advance one day here. I just want to go to free agency. I thought we would have at least 3 million. So no, we have 2.8 million. Damn, that's too bad. Let me go to affordable. Who can we get? We can get Yankrok. Really, just anybody that has decent defense, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Yankrok, he's actually quite an offensive-minded guy. And he's not terrible defensively. If there's no better option than him, I'll get Yankrok. Let me see. Do I want Cologne? He's a depth forward, though. You know what? Let me go with Yankrok. I mean, that senses category is quite nice. He's got good discipline, good durability. What kind of points has he put up, actually? 40, 50, 30. Okay, he can get me a couple points. Yeah, let me get Yankrok. Maybe a bit of depth scoring come playoff time as well. What do I want to sign? I'm just going to give him exactly what he wants. I'll give him 3 years at 2.6. I'll even give him 2.7, 2.75. I'll give him a bit more than what he's asking for. I want to make sure I get him. If we can get him, we have the full team. Oh, and the backup. I don't know what I'm going to do about the backup now. We might have to trade for somebody, or we might just have a pretty bad backup. So, let me go. Do we have any money left over? I don't think we're going to have any money left over. Well, what the I do not get this game. We just gave him 2.7 out of a possible 2.8. And now we have $1 million left over. I knew we'd have enough to sign Taze. Whatever. Can I sign anybody for backup for that cheap? 1 million? Doesn't look like it. Who is this guy? A backup goalie? He's not the best. Damn, okay. Let me see what's available here. Cubic doesn't want a lot of money. Anybody that's got a bit of poise at least? This backward guy, he wants 1.5. You know, I'm gonna offer him as much as I can offer him. If he doesn't accept this deal, I will attempt to trade for a backup. We don't need anything special because come playoff time, Demko's gonna be playing basically every single game, if possible. So let me see if we can get the backup signed. We might not. Yeah, no, we can't. So let me scout around the league, see if I can trade for a backup. So on Boston, they have 3 goalies. Let me show you. They got a starter, a backup, and another backup. Vladar, 27, 1.7, with only 1 year left. If I can get them to retain half of his salary, I think we can make this trade go through. So yeah, that does put us under the cap. And let me try and give him a draft pick. Yeah, oh, perfect. Let me swap Toronto's. So basically, we'd be trading Smith Pelly for Vladar. It still says we're over the league salary. I guess I'd have to give him somebody back. Let me just give him a nobody. Yeah, let me just give him a nobody. Damn, that still doesn't go through. Technically, we are under the salary cap. I don't know why it's saying that. Let me try and find somebody with a bit more salary, perhaps. I don't know how I can make this deal go through. What do we got? Do we got anybody on a one-way deal down here? Let me go to contract type. I mean, does this work for Boston? Oh, it does. Okay. So, if I take Cunningham off, perfect. So, Abel is just an AHL guy and a 3rd-round pick for Vladar. Half of his salary retained. Trade rejected. Damn. Let me try and get this trade to go through. I'll give him a 2nd-round pick instead of the 3rd-round pick. Will that go through? Trade rejected. Damn, I really need this backup. I feel like if we have this backup, we will be 100% in Stanley Cup mode. Let me offer a 3rd-round pick. Still not willing. Wow. So let me see. What if they retain like 20%? Let me offer him let me just offer him the 3rd-round pick now. They're not retaining as much, and trade rejected. Let me offer him the 2nd-round pick. Hopefully that'll go through. Are you kidding? Can I just take on his whole salary? I can. Okay, so I don't even have to make them retain. They still don't want it. It makes sense. They don't really want to give. Do they want any goalies? Oh, a backup. Let me give him a backup goalie. Trade rejected. Let me give him the 3rd-round pick as well. It might seem like a lot, but if we can win the Stanley Cup, it'll be all worth it. Wow, are you kidding me? They are absolutely trying to rob us. A 2nd-round pick for Vladar. I'll accept it. We got our full team. Let me go to the beginning of next season. Owner goals. I'm very curious. Stanley Cup final. I agree. So 28 road wins, upgrade concessions, I don't know about that. We're not making a lot of money. And upgrade seats, yeah, I don't know about that either. We are not making a lot of money. I mean, I don't know, maybe times have changed. It did say we sold out, I think it was 95 to 96% of seating. So that's good. But like I said, we haven't been making a lot of money. I don't know how long we're going to be able to maintain all of our facilities. Probably not long. Probably not long at all. But time to check out the roster that we have. I don't think anybody's going to be jumping. We're not a young team anymore. We're a team in the prime. We're past developing. We are in our prime now. So let me go to goaltenders. Like I said, there shouldn't be any surprises. Let's go to defensemen. Yeah, no surprises. Oh, Gabranson went down to an 84. That is rough. Hopefully he can bounce back up to an 85 or an 86. Forward-wise, should have no surprises. Yeah, really no surprises at all. In the system, Ballard, he's an 88. Yeah, no surprises. Everybody is basically what it was to begin with. So let me get the lineup going. This is the team we got. Eichel, Forsberg, Hosang, Horvat, Ehlers, Ballard, Aho, Pajot, Lazar, Wilson, Guggensen, and Yancroc. The only quote-unquote hole in the team would, I guess, be that second-line center. Horvat could be better, but I still like him. I think I'm confident in having Horvat, and Pajot is technically a second-line centerman as well. So, a bit of depth there. Guggensen's down to an 81. He's down to a depth forward, but his stats are still there. I'm going to keep him. Hopefully his overall can go up as we start winning. Defensively, Yolovy, Hamilton, Tanev, Gabranson, Tramkin, Wingles. And then goaltending-wise, obviously, Demko and Vladar. Very strong team. I think, without a doubt, we should go back to the Stanley Cup Finals and win it this time. Hopefully, Eichel will actually simulate well, and I think we can be a 50-win team and cruise to the Stanley Cup Finals. If Eichel simulates like Ruslan didn't. That's the team, 95, 93, and 92 overall for offense, defense, and goaltending. Let me know what you think of the team, any changes you think I should make. Any comments are welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.